What an exhilarating weekend we have just witnessed in the world of sport. Let's first start off with cricket. IPL 2020 gave us one of the best weekends that it has in this tournament. On both the weekends, there were two double headers, and all these four games went down right to the wire. We started off with some AB de Villiers magic in Sunrisers Hyderabad versus the Royal Challengers Bangalore. We saw vintage AB de Villiers smoke every bowler that he faced out of the park, and he took the Bangalore side to their victory. Next up, Shikhar Dhawan weaved his magic against the Chennai Super Kings, and he scored his first IPL century, which, by the way, is the most innings taken by anyone up and until now to score an IPL ton. But kudos, Gabbar, you gave us a beautiful game there as well. Then came Sunday, the day of the Super Over, where every fans were just taken to another level. We started off with Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad. That game went to a super over, and the Kolkata Knight Riders came out on top. Next up was the game that just turned everyone's head. It was the second game of the day played in the evening, and it went to not just one but two super overs. Now, first of all, let's talk a little about this particular rule. In the 2019 ICC World Cup, England played New Zealand, and that match also went to a super over. However, after that, a super over also was tied. The winner was decided based on the number of boundaries that each team hit during the main match, and England eventually won that game and hence became world champions. Now, that particular rule got a lot of criticism from all around the world because it did not seem logical to grant a team the victory of the match just because they have hit more boundaries in that game. I mean, eventually both teams have scored equal number of runs, and you can only decide the winner of the match based on the number of runs scored. So, in light of those events, the ICC decided to amend that rule and basically said that a match will continue in super over format until and unless a clear winner is decided. And thank God for that rule. We saw yesterday the longest T20 game to take place in history. 44 overs. 44 overs this match lasted. 43.3 to be more 43.4 to be more precise. But yeah, it was a heck of a game, and it is the first time in history of the cricket that two super overs happened in one particular game. Kings 11 Punjab finally won a close encounter, and they had some luck going their way. One very interesting thing about this IPL, the Mumbai Indians and the Delhi Capitals are the ones who are clear favourites at the top of the table. The Royal Challengers Bangalore are also somewhere around those top two teams. But each and every team is in the same ring, so to speak. All of them have somewhere around the same points that they have scored. They have won matches equally. Somewhere here or there they have lost one more or won one more, so there is that difference in the points table right now, but they are very closely matched, so we are in for a very exciting business end of this year's IPL. Alright, that's it for cricket, but there was a lot happening in the world of football also in this weekend, and let's start off first of all with the Milan derby in Italy. Zlatan Ibrahimovic comes out of testing positive for COVID-19 a couple of weeks ago, recovers from that, comes back into the side, plays the Milan derby, starts the match, and scores a brace to help AC Milan win the Milan derby, their first victory against Inter since 2016. It was one heck of a game. From there, we go to Spain, where we saw a couple of major upsets happening. Title holders Real Madrid and challengers FC Barcelona both losing their La Liga games to relatively smaller sides. Both lost their games 1-0 each, and this was a big upset there. From there, how can we not talk about the English Premier League? The Merseyside derby, one of the most closely matched Merseyside derbies that we have seen in a long time. It was a controversial one with the referees decisions regarding the offside rules and the role that VAR had to play. But ultimately, the match ended in a 2-2 draw, which was fitting enough. And Everton right now are on top of the table. I really want to see for how long Carlo Ancelotti can get this Everton side keep their momentum going and keep themselves on top of the table. Manchester United came back from a humiliating defeat against Tottenham and won their game against Newcastle 4 goals to 1. And speaking of Tottenham, Jose Mourinho's side did what Jose Mourinho's side can do. 3-0 leading at the 82-minute mark, and they blow a 3-goal lead. Against West Ham, they end the match with a 3-3 draw. All in all, a very exciting, a very bemusing kind of a weekend in sports. There is a lot more that happened in the world of badminton, especially in regards to India. We'll get to that tomorrow. But for today, let's all sink in with the amount of sports that has happened during this weekend, and let's start gearing up for the upcoming week starting today. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys again tomorrow.